people. Another beautiful day. Yep. Hope your five senses work, health and strength is good or excellent. What? What's up, Steam Deck fans? Alright, got a little update for you. This is for Lords of the Fallen. Listen to this. This is for patch version 1.1.191. See if I can get this going here. It says here, greetings, Lamper Bears. We've worked to fix some of the issues, unfortunately, have affected some of our players. Rest assured that our commitment to enabling as many people as possible to immerse themselves in our game world is what drives our passion. And it says, thanks to the data provided to our Sentry bug database by players who clicked and sent on the crash report pop-up, we've been able to identify four main issues. Here's the four main issues. Non-updated drivers. Lords of the Fallen is powered by Unreal Engine 5, a high-powered technology that requires the latest GPU driver. We observed that the majority of the crashes result from outdated drivers. Then it says, that's why starting now when game launches, it checks for installed drivers and prompts an update if they are not up to date, redirecting to the respective GPU provider, NVIDIA or AMD. And it says make sure to restart your computer after installing the latest driver. It says frame generation stability. Despite our eagerness, that's two, frame generation stability. Despite our eagerness to provide players with the latest technology, Sentry noticed that frame generation is also leading to crashes under specific conditions. We've decided temporarily deactivate frame generation until our collaboration with NVIDIA allows us to deliver more stable drivers. This action is intended to prevent the crashes that some players are experiencing with their brand new 40 series GPU. Number 3, unidentified GPU crashes. An engine error that could occur with certain 30 and 40 series GPU crashes the game to crash even with auto set graphics has been partially addressed. Epic has promptly provided us with a patch that includes additional failsafe to prevent those crashes, and it's been integrated to resolve most of these crashes. And it says we've also observed that quite a few players enable settings that their rigs cannot handle, especially in terms of video RAM, VRM. It says if you experience instability, low frame rates, or even crashes, especially DX12 crashes, simply click on auto set with the graphics setting and this will most likely resolve your issues. Okay, then it says crash after first cinematics. An issue with engine code related to the calculation of pipeline state object PSO has been identified in Sentry. This issue resulted in crashes when shaders were being compiled after the first cinematic of the game. Epic has been swift and efficient in providing a solution which has now been integrated into the game and should resolve majorities of cases. And it says, however, if the issue still persists, we provide a workaround to allow you to access the game. Please note that this workaround may result in micro freezes the first time you enter a new area of the game. To deactivate PSO calculation, please following these steps. Right click on the game in your library, click properties, in the general tab enter the following modifier. In the launch option text box, space NOPSOS. And it says okay, other updates in the patch, and this is where the Steam Deck comes in. It says the lingering VX from barrage of Eco's eyeball explosion could persist for an extended period, potentially impacting performance if abused. And then balancing. The two gap closing attack of the Bringer and Stillness of Scarlet Shadows have been slightly nerfed to reduce their punishing nature when attacking from their own shadows. The damage output of Chariot spirits in the lower Calrath has been slightly nerfed, reducing it from 80 to 64. This adjustment is made to compensate for the fact that these Chariot spirits are the most aggressive among the walking corpse type enemies. And then it says all walking corpse have had their crash attack damage reduced from 1.18 to 0.8. This change has been made because their animation did not accurately reflect the danger of the hit. Additionally, it says their anticipation animation have been slightly adjusted for better stability. And then it says the hitbox of the sunless skin working force has been better adjusted, as it was felt that it was spawning just a few frames too early. It says Barrage of Echoes Eyeball Umbral spell has received an additional failsafe to ensure they always explode upon hitting environmental element. Then it says adjust the hit direction of some projectiles to prevent the player from reacting in an undesired direction. This change is purely cosmetic. And it says Ruiner's fire shield attacks and jump knockdown attack have been slightly reduced in damage. However, his standard damage has been slightly buffered from 81 to 95. This adjustment aimed to maintain the challenge while reduce the occurrence of the one shot in later regions of the game. Yeah, you guys got some updates. And it says bosses. The Spurn progeny has undergone a minor adjustment to ensure that he never interrupts one of his combos regardless of the player's action. The arena where the trio of secret bosses is concealed at the hidden location has been adjusted to enhance their navigation within the space. Additionally, they are now capable of exiting the column in their shadow form. In essence, these changes make them more formidable adversaries. Now, PvP. To provide more options when facing a skilled parrier, we have disabled the ability to parry other players' kicks. Then it says 3D photo mode. Photo mode no longer has a small black line in the bottom right corner. And then it says visuals. After an optimization, Petia chest armor has regained the correct ID for the tint, allowing tint to be properly applied to it. Fix a nanite mesh to the 3D gallery background that was incorrectly set up, eliminating white dots artifacts. And then audio. Umbral stigmas now have a more pleasant sound for their aviation and deactivation. And then Steam Deck. Steam Deck now features a virtual keyboard. And that is that for the updates. So you Steam Deck fans, you guys are covered, you know, when it comes to the Lords of the Fallen. So these updates should help a lot and give you a better experience. Now, I think Dexerto had an article on this too. See if I can pull it up here. Where's the other one here? Okay. Yeah, Dexerto has an article on this. And then there's another deal from Steam too that I gotta add to this list. Yeah, keep you guys up to date. Alright. Says here, Lords of the Fallen Steam Deck performance best settings for the handheld. Looking to play Lords of the Fallen on the Steam Deck? We've played the game for hours on Valve's handheld and have assembled a list of best settings. Says Lord of the Fallen might utilize fancy features like being built on Unreal Engine 5 but the new demanding gothic fantasy hack and slash game is also playable on the Steam Deck. It's not without its odd hitches when first starting the game, where you may have to skip past an intro video that chose not to load, but the article that I just did fixed that. But anyway, and then it says, aside from that, the preset configuration for Lords of the Fallen on Steam Deck is certainly not terrible, but it could also be a little more consistent. To that end, we pursued all of the game settings to stabilize your frame rate as much as possible. Then it says okay, resolution 1280 by 800, VSync on, FPS limit to 60, graphics preset low, motion blur off, film grain off, chromatic aberration off, and then Steam Deck settings, refresh rate 40, half rate shading off. Says for whatever reason, as of the build that we've tested, you cannot change the rendering resolution of Lords of the Fallen on the Steam Deck, no matter how much we tried, including exiting the game main splash screen. Were we able to lower the resolution further to optimize performance? We suspect that this might be a bug and will be patched in the future. I just did a video on this, so that should take care of it. But anyway, within the same video I'm doing now. But it says here, with that in mind, we set all of our graphics setting to the game's low preset and turn off motion blur, film grain, and chromatic aberration, which we personally prefer. And then it says here, from here with the game open era, we managed to achieve anywhere from 30 to 40 FPS, meaning frames per second, which offer a more than playable experience when gaming on the go. However, in the game more demanding areas, expect performance to occasionally dip below 30 FPS. One thing to note, however, is that its half rate shading is currently not supported. After turning it on, we've had some errant issues with the geometry with Lords of the Fallen. Grounds and wall textures occasionally turn transparent, which is less than ideal. This is the same video, but before earlier, the developers addressed that issue, so it should be performing better now. Okay, now for Steam goes, let me see. Whoops. Got a deal from the Humble Store. And yeah, you Steam Deck fans are covered. Let's see, what else we got here? This from let's see here. We got Alan Wake Collector's Edition, Pathologic, Static Bone Totem, Torrent Souls, Moons of Madness, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Bendy and the Ink Dark Revival, Hidden Deep, and this is from the Humble Store. So go to the Humble Store and get your shopping, and we're done. So yeah, that should do it. But other than that, you guys are covered. As far as the Steam Deck goes, deals, games, and updates. Have a good time gaming. So your experience with Lords of the Fallen now should be better. So enjoy, folks. Enjoy. Yeah. If I find anything else, let you guys know about it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars and Star Trek thing, or Dark Side. Okay. Peace.